Alright, hello everybody. So I am back for hole number 4 here of the tournament. And this is in the pro division. And I am setting up my bag. Now what I like to do is a sniper off of this tee shot. Again, I'm going to be kind of in the same. What ball do I use? You know, the more wind resistant, the better. I was unable to get the first one with the movie ball. I'm going to change it up a little bit and do Navigator here, I believe. But the primary way that you're going to want to go about doing this is definitely going to be sniper. You want the most accurate thing that you can put out there to try to get this hole in one. So I'm just trying to think of how I like to play this one. I know I play it off of max, but I think I might add even an extra ring, an extra 10% from time to time, but that also depends on the wind as well. So I don't necessarily know, but one thing that I can tell you for sure is I always do the rough bump as opposed to the fairway shot. And into the wind, it can be a little bit more challenging. I'm going to be right towards max club, so I might need to up my power ball, is what that's going to tell me. So keep that in mind when you're playing this hole. If you're going to use my guide, which I suggest that you do play it my way, doing it this way is very risky in my opinion. You have a lot more ball control, especially when you're talking about great balls. As soon as you start bringing in great balls and all that, not to mention look at the putt that you can leave yourself. So in terms of strategy, let's just size this up real quick. This is right at the max of where you'll be able to do it, and I should still be able to do it with a Navigator. But you do want to take the ball trail and go just a little bit farther. Plus, you see how the wind's coming in left to right. You're going to see me kind of overcorrect to the left as well, just to kind of counter the effects of that. And notice how I'm going just a little bit extra with the wind as well. And then we'll do right around 5 rings here, just a little bit more. And the goal is that side spin is going to try to counter those effects and just kind of shoot it up towards the pin, and just missed. Just missed it. So I was not quite able to get that, but you can see what I did there. And you do want to use kind of a similar procedure as what you saw me do there, which is more, 1 per ring, max distance. Maybe even, 10% more at the absolute most. So then he just slipped that in. That's good. So, on a 5 wind, you could go as much as, say, 5.5. Wouldn't be the end of the world. And here, you can see I just rolled into the fringe. I'm going to do kind of similar to what I did last hole. If you saw that hole, I'm just going to, play it right off the center of the pin, just to be on the safe side, not bring the hill into play, none of that. Ideally, it would be nice to just putt that, but as you see, no real problem there. And let's take a look at this one for the first time. It would be nice to play this hole just as kind of a little practice run. This is the way I usually do it. It's the way that he's doing it here. Right around 1. So 2 is going to be too much. You don't need that much topspin. It's going to run through almost no matter what. He has 2 options. That's probably going to happen. You can hit the rough on the second hop, or he's going to run through the green. And for this hole, I do usually play about 20% extra wind, and that's where you see most of the mistakes made is guys that don't make that extra adjustment. So here you see a 7 wind, and here you're going to see me just kind of counter it, just give it just a little bit, and 20% extra will make this a 9. So here you're going to see me play right around 9 rings. There you see, pretty decent result. The one thing that is the hardest is just to try to, factor in those side, like how is that side wind going to, affect your shot, and being able to actually get it online. That can be a little bit of the biggest challenge when looking at that hole. But looking back more at hole 4 here, so you can see the angle of the wind now, and into the wind you saw, make sure that you're taking the ball guide definitely past the hole, because it is going to tend to come up short otherwise. So you do want to be a little bit more aggressive with your ball guide. I usually use 1 top spin, and I believe I used 1.5 there. So I think you should be doing a similar thing and just trying to anticipate how much side spin you're going to need to kind of counter that wind as well. But more so than anything, you just want to make sure that you're kind of grooving it through the center of that little opening. Any towards the side that you get the ball, it can just roll off and kind of not go towards the hole. So you do want to be grooving it kind of very centered if at all possible. So good luck with getting that ace, and I'll see you guys on hole number 5.